Hello everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck. I am your host. And before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the episode, well, hit that like button too. Give us a big thumbs up. And I'm going to thank y'all in advance. But on this episode, we're going to be tasting and reviewing another beer from Firestone Walker Brewing. And no point in waiting, I'm grabbing the bottle. Here we go. So this beer, this is their Hopnosis. Not their hypnosis. Their Hopnosis. And yeah, so what is this beer? Well, this is another IPA. And this beer clocks in at 6.7% ABV, and it's got an IBU of 45, which is kind of low considering there are 10 different types of hops in this beer. So let's see if I can get them all. So in the kettle, well, first of all, a few of the hops are new to this show, so now I'm still going to see if I can get them all. But in the kettle, there are three, which are Callista, Simcoe, which is not new, and third is Talus, which is new, and then it's dry hopped with the remaining seven, which are Cashmere, Cryo, which is new, Eldorado, Idaho 7, Nelson, Riwaka, which is new, and last but not least, Sauvin. So we got them all, baby. That's all the hops. Now I'm shutting up. And we're getting started on this. So, yeah, with all that, I need to quench my palate. So let's crack this open. Let's get the fun started. Here we go. Boom, boom. 1, 2. Oh, wrong side. All that talking just wore me out. Ooh, just a tiny bit of smoke, but not too much. But let's get a little pour on this. That should do it. Do it. Hopnosis. I'm getting entranced here. I'm getting it going into hypnosis here with its color. Surprisingly, which I thought was going to be darker, it's a medium shade of yellow. I honestly thought it was going to be, if you can see that, I thought it was going to be darker than that, especially with all the hops in it. I really did. It's not. And we got, just under 2-finger veil of white carbonation on top. But here we go. It's putting me in its trance. Yeah, I'm getting hypnotized here, or hopnotized here. I'm getting hopnotized. So let's give this a swirl and give it a nose before it wears off. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can get this carbonation on top to dissipate a little bit. Help me out here. Help me out. I want some of those aromas. There we go. Well, what are we getting here? Well, we are getting some mustiness. There's some slight citrus coming through, mainly a little bit of orange, a little bit of mango, some slight grape. Give me one more nose here. Maybe just a hint of melon as well. But, well, one more swirl. And here we go. Let's give it a sippy sip. Why not? I said I'm still hypnotized by it. It's the color. Okay, I'm giving it a sip. Prost. Now I'm really hypnotized by it. Well, first and foremost, full-bodied beer. But I gotta admit, let me take one more sip. This is interesting. With the amount of hops in this beer, I would think this beer would be a hop bomb. But it's really not. It's really subdued. And I gotta admit, also, I'm going to admit this too. Two things I'm going to admit. The flavors aren't that potent. They're really not. And what would those flavors be? Well, we are getting some of that mustiness, and we are getting some of those citrus notes. But the citrus notes are coming out kind of thin. I mean, there's a little bit of that orange, a little bit of grapefruit. There's almost like a bitter grapefruit pith. And we're also getting, as I said, some slight tropical notes of that guava and that mango. Do one more sip here. There's also, rounding it out, there is a slight caramel sweetness coming through too, which is kind of unexpected and out of the blue, but it's there. But like I said, it's just, there's a lot of hops in this. And I mean, while the flavors are, the flavors are coming, excuse me, the aromas are coming through fairly well on the nose, but the flavors on the palate are coming through really thin. I honestly, on the pint-o-meter, I'm only going to give this a 5.5. I really am. I was expecting more of a hop bomb, and it's just, the flavors are thin. It's unbalanced. I mean, you have flavors that are just pushing all the other ones aside. I want some more of those tropical notes. I really do. But anyways, I still recommend everyone out and go get a six-pack. Give it your own opinion. But I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm shutting up. And on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode. And as always, you can follow me at the websites, which are www.pubshavapinted.com, or at the blog, which is www.pubshavapinted.blogspot.com. And with that, you know the drill, guys. Raise that pint. We'll see you next time. Cheers, prost, and enjoy.